Well, hello there folks, welcome back to the channel. You're joining me out in the woods today, out at one of the bushcraft camps. And a couple of weeks ago I was out shooting a video on the hot tent one. And I came over to camp, which is actually quite close to the woodland that I do the hot tent videos in. And the camp itself, there was quite a lot of devastation caused either by animals or by something, not 100% certain what it was. So I thought I'd take advantage of the nice weather today and come out and actually do some repairs to it. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to be an overnighter tonight. The UK has been absolutely battered by a really intense storm over the last few days with massive amounts of flooding, so hopefully everyone's okay. But even yesterday, it was just absolutely torrential and blowing an absolute hoolie, as they say up here. So it wasn't a case of being able to get into the woods today, but complete contrast, gorgeous day today. So I thought I'd take advantage of it. So I'm just going to get camp set up just now, get everything all organised. Then I'm going to head off up into the wood and get some wood just for an actual fire. Really looking forward to having an open fire this afternoon as well. Cook up some lunch and enjoy myself. So what I'll do just now is I'll just show you what happened and the devastation that is at camp. So basically, that's the table I've been using for a long time. And I said, it's just completely been knocked over. I just can't imagine that being the wind. And then again, from the point of view of the firewall, again, sort of same thing. And then the gravity table that I'd made, again, something's just knocked over. Now, it could very well have been the wind. It could have been branches and things like that falling on top of it. It doesn't look like it to me. I'm not seeing any sort of big branches that have fallen on it. So a fair bit of work to do. So I'm going to do the gravity table just now, just get that actually repaired, built that back up again. I don't necessarily want to tie it onto the thing. The whole concept of this is that there isn't any rope, there isn't any nails, it is literally just the gravity itself. But I'll maybe try and hammer in the legs of it a little bit firmer so that it doesn't sort of collapse again. I don't want to put rope or string or twine around the trees. I know the twine would eventually snap, but I hate sort of the concept of potentially sort of affecting the growth of the actual tree. I've seen it before on other people where it has actually marked the tree, etc. So I prefer not to do that. Just try and make it as natural as possible. Don't know if you heard that. There's quite a lot of wildlife around today. I think they're out playing just with the fact that the weather's been that bad in the last couple of days as well. So after I've done that, I'm going to go off up into the woods, as I said, get some firewood and cook up some really nice lunch today. Okay, so we'll start off with the table just now. So that maybe explains it. So on that one there, the V that was there is now gone. So basically it's not, it needs the two V's to be able to do it. So let's go off and try and see if we can find another V for it. And then that'll be us. Okay, so same length, same sort of height. Perfect. Now I've done this project with the Scouts as well. So we actually made tables out of one of the camps that we use. And they just absolutely loved it. But it's such a simple thing. And I said no twine, no nails, no nothing. It's literally just the gravity itself that's holding everything together. So good fun. So here we go. And it just means even for likes of food prep, things like that, it just makes life a little bit easier. Just having something to sort of place things on. So as I said, next thing we're going to do, go off up into the woods. We're going to get some firewood, get it sort of chopped up, prepped, get a fire going, firewall fixed, and then the table. Okay, so I'm not going to lie, I'm actually getting quite hungry now. So I've got ribs for dinner, or for lunch I should say. So we're looking forward to it. It's one of my favourites, just over the actual open fire, so it's going to be really, really good. So as I said, I'm just going to get some wood prep done. Now this is the wood that I actually had from the camp just across there. So just going to get this sort of prepped up. But it might be a case of trying to find sort of like the first stage, second stage is going to be a little bit difficult, just with how wet everything's actually got over the last few days, just with the torrential rain and the storm. So as I said, just going to get this prepped just now, and then we'll see if we can get the fire started. Okay, so that's the firewall done. And the fire on. So as I said, I tried using birch bark, but it's just that little bit on the windy side. It kept on sort of blowing away all the stuff. So just used a basic sort of fire starter just now. And it's the traditional thing where the smoke just goes directly wherever you're sitting. But it is just lovely. I haven't had an open fire for a wee while. A lot of the stuff I do over at the bigger bushcraft camp, I've got an agreement with the Forestry Commission that I don't have an open fire there, so I normally use the Wild Camping International wee stove, which is just absolutely brilliant. See what I mean? All the smoke coming in. But as I said, just going to let that burn out a little bit, and then I'll get the trivet out and we'll get some ribs on. So let's try these. They are absolutely lovely. Now I've not even used the sauce on this. I've actually got half the packet and I'm going to have that for my dinner later on probably. Wow. Right, I'm going to sit here, finish this, and then get the table done. Okay, so the last task is just the table itself. But I said I use this the most, in all honesty. Right, so I need to go off and try and find another V-stick that I can put in there to just start to put the main frame across. So I'll just go and see what I can try and find just now. So I think one of the issues is it's actually so rocky round here. So to actually try and find somewhere, so that's straight away going into rock, pretty much. Right, and I've also found another piece that I'm going to take over just to put along there. So there we go, table. Very simple, very easy to do. But I said it just gives me a surface to be able to put pots and pans on, etc. as well. So I've got a wee table there, another one, and then obviously the gravity table as well. But I said the main issue is really it's so rocky around here, so trying to hammer anything in is just almost impossible. But certainly that will do. Well, that's all my chores done. So I've got the gravity table fixed, the big table fixed, and also the firewall. And the other thing I've done as well is on the Pioneer chair, which I'm still convinced is going to collapse one day when I'm actually sat on it. So you can look forward to seeing that. But no, I've redone all the twine at the top and sort of got all that fixed as well. So hopefully it'll last a little bit longer. But that's been a thoroughly enjoyable day. Just so relaxing. A couple of issues with audio, so I do apologise, especially when I was cooking there. But hopefully it's not ruined it. But as I said, thoroughly enjoyable. Can't wait to get into this camp and do a couple of overnighters in the winter when it's sort of really heavy snow, etc. It's just absolutely fantastic in here. But I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. I'm looking forward to trying to do a sort of couple of nights sort of survival trip sort of idea. So lots and lots of plans for the future. The mountains have now got quite a lot of snow in them. Up in Scotland as well, so hopefully get up into the mountains and either do day trips or alternatively a wee summit camp as well. So lots to look forward to. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, very much appreciated. I'm just going to pack up camp and make my way back down to the actual van. Take care and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.